Yo, so just keep it on the, oh my lord, keep it on the down low because this is not about me. I mean, obviously between you and Steve or short colors, but just did a story with Bambi and on the way back that we talked about the way people have been lately. Um, and I don't frankly disagree with her. Um, People have been hating on the Joyces lately. You know, her, Mick, anyone. Frankly, because they're non-hang-arounds that do hang-around shit or like member shit, you know? Now, remember when I had the meeting with you and Steve behind Blondie's house the other day? See, you gave me some insight about like why we do those and like where we take them, you know, on some shit. And I 100% agree with that. However, when I just had a word with Bambi about, like, I told her, like, you know, people can be salty, but at the end of the day, there's reasons, obviously, that you, Steve, and Short Colors choose on why they should be going, and it shouldn't really get to her. But she said, yeah, basically because of, you weren't there. Do you know about what happened with Marty, John, and Steve yesterday at the block?
So the divide I'm hearing, yeah, I've heard now. The divide I'm hearing is Marty's got a problem with the Joyces and so does John, yeah? That's it, them two.
Yeah. So people are dividing them, and she said it's not a big deal, but I definitely hear that it's affecting her, and she also said slightly that it's affecting her. Like, people should, especially hang-arounds, like, members can voice concerns, but people should not voice their concerns like that. Like, you know, when I feel some shit, you know, like I feel some sort of way, I come directly to you instead. I don't make a big fuss about it in front of everyone.
Yeah.
People should do the exact same thing, but going on the block and yelling in front of, especially in front of them, is just humiliating, demoralizing, and God knows how many other like negative words I can say about this.
Well, I can tell you two things. For one, the Joyces will continue to get brought on shit and will be seen as our own because inevitably they will be hang-arounds. Bambi 100%. Maybe Aaron as well. Those two are the two that make the most sense as of right now.
Yeah.
John Winters is in no position to complain about what he's brought on or not, or what he's not brought on, because he's a hang-around. And he was brought on things when he wasn't in the gang. Now, I'm pretty much made my mind up on the fact that he's not going to be becoming a full member, and I'll probably speak to him at some point in the next day or two. As for Marty, he needs to suck it up.
Yeah, because I feel like Marty goes on so much. Like, he's been on a lot of things, especially recently, you know? And it's just, he's a full member, he should know better. But right now, I feel like the only issue that he's having is he said some shit about doing some job with Saints and Hydra earlier. Like, it kind of reminds you, like I said, like I told you, it reminds you of what Ricky went through. And quite frankly, I don't see the exact same, because he does do some shit. He gets active here and there, but that's just Marty, you know? I had a word with DJ, and if I'm being honest, like, John, like, I see me and DJ both like had a word the other day, and we think that Mick is probably the hang-around that's gonna make full member as, like, you know, before anyone else, because he actually puts in the effort, doesn't fuck about too much, doesn't care about what others do, you know? If he's not in the 6, he doesn't give a fuck about the 6, you know? Like, but yeah, he's always there. I agree with Bambi. She's always on it. She does Oxy. She does, like, me and her just went and grab like what, 10 cars from the garage for like hours from ADMC's one. Like, but yeah, it's just, I think in the meeting, you know, we should maybe talk about, I don't know. Not everyone can voice their opinion as easy as like anyone else. How do you fly out of the car and I get ran over and I'm dead?
Let me tell you, if I didn't have Oxy on me, I'd be right there with you. You know the worst part? You know the worst part?
Yeah.
We have to go to Sandy Hospital.
Sandy Hospital?
Yes.
How come?
Because the LS1 had a bomb threat and it's closed.
Oh, say less.
Carry on.
I just think people need to voice their shit better. Like, don't do it in front of others. Like,
It's
don't
also
let
just stop
others down.
whining, man. Like this,
Yeah.
a lot of people are very privileged with how they be talking about shit. Look, I'll spell it out as simply as I can spell it out, right? If people are whining and complaining and making problems out of everything, when there's more people that aren't doing that than there is who are doing it, the people who are will simply be removed. That's the only, if they don't sort it out after a prompt of fixing up, the reality is, bro, with how this group is looking right now and the people we've got around, there's certain members who are replaceable, you know?
Yeah, 100%. It's such a shame because we don't even need to get to that point. We don't need.
We
to,
might
like,
not
think
get
about
to that
replacing
point,
anyone,
but people
you know?
just need to switch on and need to not be whining and complaining and making problems. And like, it even applies to you and the morning crew, right? It doesn't matter who's causing the indifferences. Like, regardless of if it's your fault, their fault, or fucking God's fault, right? Those issues need to not exist. Because if they exist, it's putting the spotlight on you lot. And you don't need that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. It's just been, I don't know, like the only reason why I brought it up, I heard Bambi, and she has a valid point. Like, no one should be talking and demoralizing them because they're being active. Like, they've been so good for the gang, and people are benefiting from this. You know, like, we just got unlucky with the crates. But for example, say we got class 2s, bro, the gang would be filled as fuck with shit, and that's all thanks to them.
Yeah, like, I mean, bro, we got a strong foundation. There's just a few things that are popping up that some people will view as big things. Me personally, I've seen bigger in my time, so it don't really faze me like that. But
yeah,
there's things that need to be addressed and sorted, and if they're not sorted, I will always give people an opportunity to fix things themselves before I get involved. Because when I get involved, it'll be a lot more cynical. You know?
Yeah.
And if people have got to go for that to be fixed, then people have got to go, bro.
I mean, I think so. Like, low-key, maybe being a bit more strict, as sad as it is, like, maybe it needs to be done because everyone are just doing their thing, like, thinking there's gonna be no consequences, right? In a way. I don't know, mate. I just, it's all over the place. Like, people are crashing out, having issues. I crashed out as well. Like, the other day when me and Luke and Frank had that issue, I crashed out. But like, I took a step back and I told Jim about it, and I just taking a step back, let him handle it. But yeah, Marty crashed out yesterday. Cammy was crashing out as well. Like, it's just not healthy, you know.
Yeah.
What's do we have any